They'll be calling you a radical. It's important how historic these videos are at the University of General Electric in the belly of the beast as this nightmare comes a fucking part. Look, this is the greatest Ponzi scheme scam in United States stock market history. Gee, you're talking one of the widely heldest, biggest freaking beast in the history of this country. The corruption, as I've called it from day one, I've been right in their guts. So deadly on this thing, unbelievable. The corruption, so Moody's downgraded them twice in the last 48 hours. They downgraded them again, 2 notches. They're right above junk bonds. So this is important. One of the analysts finally woke his stupid fucking ass up and came out strong sell. So I want to say this. 2 analysts came out after the earnings call, and we need to brand them in history. This is corruption as hell, fraud, derelicts, success for failure. The stock was $11.12 less than 48 hours ago when they made their call and upgraded it. The stock closed at $9.55. Going lower, they're going to zero. Hello? I mean, it's so obvious. These derelicts, look, C.N.B.C is General Electric. This is the biggest shakedown fucking scam in history. Kramer, there is fucking, this is not some .com stock. This is the most widely held stock in America. Municipalities held it. Remember their lie on the high dividend yield and just playback. That's the beauty of the internet. These fools are branded in history. The calls they made, the people they think, I'll never, the option traders, those morons, I was listening to them. Oh, it dips below 20. This was less than, 7, 8 months ago. We'll buy them. Challenger Jerry. Wouldn't you like to grab that fool by his ponytail and say, hey, dumbass? What are these guys? Go to Vegas and fucking play. They ain't even good at that. These analysts cannot read a balance sheet. These analysts cannot freaking, and the corruption, Flannery? Fuck, talk about, remember I did the video a year ago, right now, and I says, mark my words right here, this is a crooked trade. Flannery just fucking committed all kinds of fraud. Anybody's got it. Wall Street's just fucking screwed you. And that's the thing. I branded it. I hope the Department of Justice watches my videos. This is so much fucking corruption. This is the most corrupt company in human history. Now, stay with me. Nuclear, 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 nuclear. The next shoe to drop is China and India. The rest of the world's going to sue the fuck out of it. And I'll tell you why. Here's why this is so important. Here at Tracy Hall, he worked for General Electric. He was my 8th grade history teacher. Walker invented this synthetic gun. I could write 100 books. Some guy says, oh, I'm going to write a book about the history of that. You better interview me. Nobody knows more about this fucking company than me. Fucking grew up with it in the belly of the beast. Fucking called it out. Fucking part of the fucking... Look, I'm part of the reason they're coming apart. I've exposed so much fucking corruption inside there. Oh, it's just YouTube. It's just the will. It's just a synthetic diamond. It's just lightning. It's just the internet. It's just nuclear waste from Fukushima. So here's the next shoe to drop. Twofold. My name will be all over this. I know for a fact that Jeff Ramelding, Barry Antoinette Obama, Trump, Abiy, GE orchestrated the cover-up of Fukushima, the greatest ecological catastrophe in human history. But the next shoe to drop will be China's massive lawsuits against General Electric. General Electric, we're going to put in this generational 5 reactor, 1 a month starting in 2010 in China. Not one's gone on. They're sitting there half done. China has invested fucking trillions into these. They lied the whole time. They never had a generational 5. They don't work. They're half-built fucking towers to Babylon, just like Arriva, Westinghouse, Toshiba. They took them down, but you, the government, you just bail them out. Trump bailed them out, Obama bailed them out, New York bailed them out, New Jersey bailed them out, fucking Illinois bailed them out, Dirty Herbie fucking, we don't even make it, they bailed them out. We're going to make more little nuke reactors, no place to put the waste, we poisoned ourselves and nuked ourselves. India, they're all failing. They lied to them. They scammed the fuck out of them. They never had it, just like your Savannah River, 29 billion miles. Oh, Georgia just bailed them out. What the fuck's the matter? How come that's not a political issue? Oprah? I like Oprah. I'm going to go to Africa and save freaking children in Africa while she walks over the dead bodies in Chicago. Right here, under your feet, popism. The problems we have, third world America. Don't drink the fucking water. Oh, economy's raging. No, it's not. No, it's not. United States is a Ponzi scheme. You're going to work at 5 o'clock in the morning. Student debt. Personal fucking debt. Fucking national fucking debt. It's a fucking sham. It's a scam. Meanwhile, fucking, it's the ecology, stupid. 950, you're welcome to all you fucking people that made all that money off me. I appreciate, good for you. you know, but I accept tips. You know, I told you when the stock was $13.50 when they named Culp this hairsprayed fool. I says, short the fuck out. That was a few days ago. $13.50. I says, let's partner. I'll do all the dirty work. I'll make all the fucking calls. You put up the money. We'll fucking split it. It's only fair. I mean, and if you don't think I'm deadly, you don't think my work's historic, you play back the tape. How historic is my fucking... Well, what happened? I got leukemia on the way to that place. You know, fucking state of Utah gone after me. I forked over all my stock. Fuck, think about what my stock was worth. 2011. I shorted the fuck out of silver at 47 in the triple leverage. Shorted gold at 1900. I bought fucking Tesla at 31. I had fucking Apple. Why these guys are all telling you, buy your silver, sell your Dow. See, I'm telling you, double down. I mean, play back the tape. Shorted fucking GE last year at fucking 31. It's at 9 and going lower. They're going to 0. The company's fucking done. Remember when Flounder says, I put $1 million of my own money? Sure, it was his own money. At fucking 19, I invested in it. And then these guys, all CNBC, these analysts got to be sued. Fuck this. The shareholder lawsuits alone are trillions. I mean, what is the punitive damage for killing the Pacific Ocean? And there's a bigger piece to this. The bigger piece is the corruption on the cover-up of the death of the Pacific Ocean. The cover-up of the meltdowns at Fukushima, Japan, which Trump's all in on it. Abi, please allow me. That's the handshake, the high five. Whose Obama's jobs are inside the fucking situation room. John Holdren. Fucking Aaron Swartz, I try to tell you. I knew Aaron Swartz personally, you know. You'll see at the Million Mass March when some of the people, they'll have their masks on. But that's his clan that's with me. The pictures with all those guys with the masks on surrounding me that are all over for years, and I put mine. Who do you think those guys are? How do you think it was started? We'll get the information out any way we fucking got to. Whatever, the style that I use, trust me, I know what I'm fucking doing. I knew from the beginning, they can squash few counts, they can go out, but it fucking, you know, in order to be placed, you have to hold retention. And the bottom line is this, it's about credibility. You know, some guy sent me, says, God, I was just going through your videos today. Would you be interested in joining our analyst team? You're something else. We have a really elite analyst team. Would you be willing to join us? Fuck no, I ain't joining you. You know, I thought maybe we could put our small team together and we could do this. We could raise some fucking serious money to take these pieces of shit on. You know, and we've tried, but up in Canada, they teed me up. You know, I mean, we got trolls and rats. I ain't gonna quit you. You know, I do all the fucking dirty work, full cancer. 9:55. These fucking scumbag analysts need to be locked up, put in fucking prison. So, I mean, how can they make calls like that? And I went through his call, both those guys called, oh, we like the CEO, he has pretty hair. Fuck almighty. I taught at the #1 school business right there in the country, the Wattis School, but yeah, Wattis, the CEO of General Electric. Yep, I taught there. I graduated, I have the last letter of recommendations right there in that building. Of the legendary Clyde Cooley. First MBA in the history of the school. Oh, they've since taken it away from me. You know, my anti-nuclears, and Clyde Cooley died of mad cow. It's in there in special collections. I know this history like no other. This story is so compelling. This story is so fucking amazing. The unwinding of fucking General Electric. C.N.B.C is owned by General Electric. Make no mistake, this is the biggest fraud in fucking U.S. corporate, bar none. Not to mention, it's the ecology, stupid. That's the next shoe. Will be the China lawsuits thing. The pensions, they don't have it. USS Reagan waited too long. They'll file bankruptcy and try to re-fucking boot, but it'll be the criminality. The Department of Energy is investigating, not civilly, SEC. The Department of Energy come out and already said, we're investigating criminally. Jack Welch. You don't think they're investigating CNBC? How much money did Kramer make? Sitting up in his VIP box at the Eagles, looking down on, you know, Malcolm Jenkins, who's supposed to be an activist. Come on, Malcolm, help me out, brother. You know, I'll be in D.C. all week, you know. The rest of the panty painters, the Million Mats, they're going to go throw dollar bills at the fucking homeless in Philly. Fuck you. The real anonymous crowd, the real people that bust this beast. One day you'll fucking see the work that I've accomplished. I told Desiree right here in this building on my fellowship, Littlefield, CEO. She went after me. wouldn't fund my fellowship, whatever. They went after me on my nuclearism. I says, I'll be your worst fucking nightmare. I know how dirty you are. Corruption, you know. Remember, my father was killed. Died of AML leukemia. What a fucking story. Boy, did they fuck a lot of people. And these analysts, Maria Bartiromo, Joe Kernan, all the guys, Grandstand, Jack Welch on their knees. Jack Welch was the biggest lying, fraud, con man in the history of the country, for real. The biggest criminal in the history of the country. He's second to Jeffrey Melt. Remember, that is the cover-up of Fukushima is General Electric. One day you'll fucking read. And Trump's all in on it. Trump and Obama are buddies. Don't you realize? GE, fucking eugenics, kill the fucking earth, kill the fucking sea, fucking team. Go fucking team. You're welcome for making all that money. Stay in tune. Let's keep going. It ain't over.